mirror shadow of what was once great.
Before it's too late, we claim your place. Empires more to protect your DNA. We trace the code, blockchain nodes, gold standards. Immortal soul, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. This switching the boards, it's not checking his chest. Put the fame to shame. Remember your name, call me Kurt. Choctaw on my veins, escape the labs, erase the fabs. No more silent cries. I see the snakes in the grass. People despise us, right inside us.
Hey, what's going on? It's your main man, Content Kurt. That's right, back again with another episode of Critical Thinking. In this episode, you guessed it right. It's about economics and budgeting. And a lot of us, we don't do that. When it comes to our funds, we spend recklessly. And don't feel bad, a lot of us do it. We go out there, we see things we like, we buy it. It's human nature. You see things you like, you want to buy it. You don't even know why you're buying these things. You just feel the urge to dig in your pocket and buy it. I get it, but you're not understanding what's attracting you to these things. Why are you attracted to buying at particular times? Especially when you're watching commercials or TV shows and stuff like that. There are things that's being played in the background of commercials that's sending triggers or key triggers to your brain. It makes you either hungry, want to spend money. Simple colors like red, yellow, orange, those things like that. Like you see them on a for sale sign. You wonder why for sale signs are mostly always red. Why yellow's constantly being sold. The color of ketchup and mustard, associated with foods. These things like that gets you into the selling. It gets you anxious. It gets you wanting to buy. It makes you want to eat. Wants you to spend things. This is all part of it. It gets a lot deeper than that. Yeah, the rabbit hole goes a whole lot deeper, but we're going to keep it on the surface. And you need to be aware of what's going on in today's time, because I feel that it's raining outside now, so I'm just enjoying the weather. Usually I'll be outside, in my little spot, just enjoying nature. But something told me to get on here and talk to you guys about this, because I don't think enough people take budgeting seriously. I really don't think so. I'm going to talk about one of my friends. For this conversation, we're going to call him Tim. His name is Tim for this conversation. Well, my friend Tim, he gets paid every 2 weeks, like most people out there. Most of you guys get paid every 2 weeks. But what Tim likes to do, Tim would get paid, and he'll say his check would be $1,500 every 2 weeks. So the first his rent is like $1,500, and it's light bill, water bill, all those things go into it. Now with Tim, he'll get his first check, and he would assume that I got another check coming before I have to make a payment before I have to make my rent payment. So what Tim would do, Tim would go eat. He'll feel like, oh man, I'm gonna go eat. Go out to eat at an expensive seafood restaurant. He may spend $85, $95. Oh, that's nothing. I made $1,500 this pay period. And then he may see a new pair of shoes, maybe some Jordans, $200 some dollars. He go cop that. He eat out 2 or 3 times that week. He run through $300, $400, $500 in that week and a half, just on food alone. Right now, he said, oh well, it's time to pay the light bill. His light bill's $200, water bill, car note. By the time he go through car note, insurance, light bill, water bill, all that, he's already tapped out, almost tapped out. And guess what? 2 weeks done passed. He's about to get another check. He feel relieved. Next check comes, $1,500. Guess what? But now it's time to pay the rent. And the rent is $1,500. Yes. But guess what happens with Tim? Tim still has 2 more weeks, right? So he just paid the rent, and he has 2 weeks to go. What is he gonna do? He don't have any more food because Tim eats out all the time. Tim buys clothes, he do all these things, so he doesn't have anything saved up. So what Tim does, like most people, he goes to the rent place. Hey, is it possible I could give you a portion of this rent and I have it on my next pay period? Or if he doesn't do that, and if they won't let him do that at the place where he's renting, he may go get a payday loan. This is typical. Don't act like you guys don't do it, because I see it all the time. So he'll get a payday loan for like $300, $400, $500. So now he pays his rent with the $1,500. Now he got $400 or $500. He's using the payday loan to pay his regular expenses so he can eat and just hang out. So now he's eating, doing this thing, and it lasts. Let's say he makes that last for 2 weeks. Cool. So now the next month comes. He got his $1,500, but he doesn't have $1,500 because he got to pay that $400 or $500 back that he got for that payday loan. So he pays that $500 back. Now he's only left with $1,000. Now instead of taking that $1,000 that's left and fraction that off and putting portion of that away for his next month's rent, guess what Tim starts to do? Tim starts to splurge again. He's going back to his regular routine. He's hanging out, he's drinking, he's partying, he's spending money, he's buying new stuff with no regards of what's going to happen. So now he runs through that money even faster, right? Expenses come up, and he's not even time to pay rent again. So now his next check's coming again, and he's using some of that already. And now it's time to pay the rent. He done ran through half his check that he's supposed to pay rent with. So now he has to get a larger payday loan the next month. So instead of $500, he goes to ask for $1,000. And before you know it, you got it right. This cycle repeats over and over and over again. Until, guess what? Until Tim winds up owing $2,000 to $3,000 a month that he can't even pay. He's backed up, and it's just on his expenses. Now, all he had to do was take the time and see himself through this crisis. But guess what? Just like most people, they figure they got it covered. They don't want nobody's advice. And that's the part of critical thinking I'm talking about. A lot of times, when critical thinking is needed and it's not accessible, even within yourself, because you're too caught up in your emotions or your feelings, you block off the time when you should allow someone, if it's common sense or reasoning coming into play, that's when you need to check yourself. You need to question. Remember I said before, question yourself. When you start to assume things like, oh, well, I could get it. I know I can get it because I made it before. So you assume that, oh, I know I have the money. I know I'll be able to catch up. And guess what happened? You're going deeper and deeper. But I said, stop, pause for a second. Remember I said that? And I said, question. Recognize where it's coming from and question that thought, because that's what got you deeper and deeper into debt. And now, listen to the person that's giving you that good advice. If it's great, take it, because right now you need help. You know, just like this guy back here, you need help. And once you find out the right path in budgeting, hey, you're on your way. But like I said, I'm not going to go through how to budget necessarily in this video. I'm just going to let you guys know to recognize that you guys may have a budgeting problem and you may need to check it. You know, things are happening and it's happening fast. The dollar may not be around too much longer. We're moving into a new era. That's right. We're moving into a new era, an era of digital currency where money will be monitored. You will no longer be able to spend it the way you want to spend it, put money aside, put it under your mattress and say, okay, well, I can save it and do it like this. You won't be able to do those things anymore. We're going into a new era. And I hope you guys are ready for it. I hope you guys are ready for it. We've been introduced into cryptocurrency. And if you guys don't know what cryptocurrency is, I go over it in another video. But there's things that's coming that if you're not careful, you're going to get ran over and you're going to get blown out the way completely. and you're going to be put in a situation where you're forced to survive. And it's not going to look good because you're not going to know how to navigate through these new waters or this new terrain that's about to be presented in front of you. Now, here on Critical Thinking, I'm going to be able to help you guys through these times. Like I said, this video right here, it's going to be basic. I kept this one basic. This is just like an introduction to this one little part right here of budgeting. But as you go on, it's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And hopefully it can help somebody out there. This is not financial advice by any way. You know, this is just simple for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Ask your financial advisor for information. All I'm giving you is what I do and what I think works for me. But if it helps you, I'm glad. You know, care for yourself, care for your family, take your life serious. When you enter into a new era, history repeats itself. Over 100 years ago, we had a change in currency. Well, I'm not going to say a change in currency, but we had something major happen when it became illegal to hoard gold. You was able to have gold, store it, do whatever, and they made it illegal for you to hoard it. I mean, you couldn't carry, you couldn't have it around. It was illegal. And after that, gold prices shot up to the roof. I'm just saying, paper currency is going away. A lot of people don't realize it, but it's happening. It's been happening for a while. You've been swiping credit cards. You've been putting your little chip in. You've been doing your little palm thing. You've been doing your little eye. You've been doing everything possible, getting you deeper and deeper into this situation, okay? But, like I said, don't be afraid. It's something new. And you're going to make it through it. You will make it through it, but it's happening. It's just not happening here. Not just with this guy. It's happening all over the world, you know? But don't worry. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I get back with you on the next episode. But I'm Content Kurt, Critical Thinking, and just like always, I'm out. Peace with love.